Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will continue the concept of queues, and in this video, we'll study about the operations that can be performed on a queue. Okay, so in the previous video, we studied that a queue inserts and deletes elements from different ends. So let us understand what are the operations that are used to perform these addition and deletion of elements. Okay. So the first operation is the Enqueue operation. So Enqueue means to insert a new element into the queue, and this element will be inserted at the rear end, as I have discussed in the previous video also, that the end at which we insert a new element is called the rear end. So anytime anything is added to the queue, it will be added at the last, at the back. Rear means back. Okay. So one important point that you have to keep in mind with Enqueue is like the push operation for stacks. You can only enqueue into a queue when the queue is not full. That means when there is some space present in the queue, and if you force to add elements into the queue when the queue is full, then it will lead to an overflow exception. So every time you try to add a new element or to insert an element into the queue, you have to first check whether there is still space into the queue. Otherwise, the overflow exception will be raised. Okay. The next operation is the Dequeue operation. Dequeue is the inverse of Enqueue. That means Dequeue will remove an element from the queue. Okay. Now this removal will happen from the front of the queue, because we saw that queues operate on the FIFO principle or FCFS principle, and FCFS means first come first served. So the first element that was inserted into the queue will be present at the front, and that is why the Dequeue operation will take place from the front as well. So another condition that you must keep into mind is, for the Dequeue operation to be performed, you have to check whether the queue is empty or not. If the queue is empty, then you cannot perform the Dequeue operation, because it will lead to an underflow exception. Underflow means you are trying to delete elements from an empty queue. Okay. So for both Enqueue and Dequeue operations, you have to check a condition. If your queue has a limited capacity, then you have to check whether the queue is full or not for Enqueue. Otherwise, for Dequeue, you have to check whether the queue is empty or not. The next operation is the isEmpty operation, which is definitely used when you are checking for the underflow exception or before performing the Dequeue operation. So this operation, the isEmpty operation, checks whether the queue is empty or not. This will return a Boolean value, either true or false. So isEmpty will return true when the queue is empty. Okay, and then you cannot perform the Dequeue operation. Otherwise, you will lead to an underflow exception. So while implementing queues in Python or in any language, you have to check as long as the queue is not empty, then only you can perform the Dequeue. The next operation on queues is the peek operation. So peek operation is just it allows you to view the element that is present at the very beginning or at the front of the queue. And just like its name suggests, you are just peeking, you are just having an insight or a view of what is present. You are not performing any removal of element. So peek will only display the element that is present at the front of the queue, and it will not remove it from the queue. Dequeue operation will remove it from the front, but peek will only allow you to see what is present at the very beginning of the queue. Okay. Now the last operation is the isFull operation. So the isFull operation is used to check whether the queue is full or not, and definitely, as I just told you, it will be useful when you are performing the Enqueue operation for queues. And if sometimes it actually depends on the implementation that you are doing. If in Python, say you are implementing a queue using a list, Then list is a dynamic data structure, and as long as memory is available, you can keep on adding elements to the queue. So that is why the is full operation is not used, or it is very, it is not important to implement it when doing implementation in Python, when you are having a dynamic data structure to create a queue. But if you have a fixed length queue in which you can say only insert 10 elements, then every time before performing the enqueue operation, you will have to call this operation. You have to check is full condition. If the queue is full, that means the return value of this operation is true, then you cannot perform the enqueue operation. Otherwise, there will be an overflow exception if you do so. And again, the return value for this is full operation, just like the is empty operation, is a boolean true or false. Okay, so that was all for today. We studied about different operations on queue. In the next video, we will implement all these operations in Python for implementing a queue, and we'll see how to enqueue, dequeue, and display different elements in a queue in Python. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, let us know in the comment section below. Like our video, subscribe to our channel, and share the video if you understood the concept. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video. Mind your exam.